Hello and welcome to today's session. Today we'll be focusing on managing the most useful resource that you have and also the most finite, time. I am Shakib Ahmed and I will take you through this module. If at any point you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I'll be more than happy to assist you. So let's begin. The age-old question I find myself asking students is, what is success? They ask me the same question, professors ask me the same question, and my colleagues and I often debate this topic. In our case, as student athletes, some of our success can be measured in academic knowledge, life and workplace skills, and of course, our athletic pursuits. These things then can only be accomplished optimally if we manage our time and our stress, which will be the focus of today's session. Now, why is this topic important? Typically, academic problems will stem from three reasons. The first being that you're not spending enough time with your academics, which is caused by procrastination and putting things off. Second, it could be that you are spending enough time with your academics, but you're still not seeing the results. In this case, the issues could lie in study strategies. And lastly, it could be that there's an imbalance between academics, athletics, social life, and me time. These then can lead to academic integrity issues. These, let me tell you, are not fun. So please, let's avoid these at all costs. So here on the screen, you will see the average kinesiology student's schedule in first year. They're taking 4 courses. They've listed all the percentages, so the weights for every assignment and test that they have throughout the term. They also have the corresponding dates and deadlines to remind themselves, okay, this is when this is due. This is all great and looks manageable. But we're all student athletes, so let's say you're a football player. You have film 4 days a week, starting at 4:30 p.m. Okay, not so bad. And then you're on the field 6 p.m., 4 days a week. Not so bad. But you have to take care of your body, so lifts, therapy, and team meetings as required. Everything still looks decent, but what are we missing here? Competition schedule, travel, game days. It all starts to add up. And let's be real here. We all want to make the playoffs, so throw in some more games. We can see that things start to pile up quickly, so it's that much more important to stay on track. And though we're all not track athletes, as humans, we have a tendency to do this when things start to pile up. We run from deadlines, responsibilities, sleep. We just keep running and thinking it'll get better, but it doesn't. So some keys to student success I want to share with you are, first of all, going to class. As you get to know me this year, you will understand that that is one of my favorite pieces of advice. Going to class will teach you more than not going to class. It's as simple as that. The second is keeping up with readings. It's easier to catch up on 2 sets of readings than it is 12. Make sure to always do your homework, problem sets, and assignments. Also, review, review, and I say it again, review. Looking at material once will not work most of the time. In addition, make sure you prioritize. Not everything has to be done all at once. And lastly, please take care of yourself. On the screen, you'll see my favorite Drake song, Know Yourself. I feel like that's an important piece of advice as well when it comes to studying and being a student at the University of Toronto. Everybody's different, so make sure that you know what your habits are. For example, at what time are you most productive or least productive? What are the best times for you to relax? What causes stress and anxiety for you? Get to know yourself and know what your procrastination tactics are. And lastly, know what your approach to time is. In terms of a relationship to time, there are 2 types of learners, monochronic versus polychronic. Monochronic people like to do one thing at a time, concentrate on the task at hand, like having a plan, and work systematically towards their end goal. They take deadlines very seriously, avoid wasting others' time, and emphasize promptness. On the other hand, polychronic folks like doing many things at once. They have the attention for many things, like spontaneity, work flexibly in fits and starts, and consider achieving objectives if possible. And they place quality in relationship over promptness. So their relationship to other people are more important than deadlines, and they will often change plans, often and easily. Try to figure out which one you are and how it pertains to your learning. Here are some questions for you to consider. Number 1, are you more monochronic or polychronic? You may think you're more polychronic and you feel like you can do 10 different things at once, but please be wary and cautious of that, as this can actually be hindering your productivity. Number two, what priorities and deadlines structure your life? As an example, you as a student athlete will have different priorities and deadlines than somebody at the University of Toronto who is here as a student and not a student athlete. Number three, when and where are you most productive? I myself am a morning person. That does not mean that you have to be. Number four, who helps and keeps you accountable? Is it a professor? Is it a TA? Is it a friend, teammate, coach, a whole coaching staff? They will be important to ensure that you're successful in the classroom. And lastly, how do you anticipate the above areas changing while at university? Nothing will remain stagnant and things will always change, so make sure you know how to be adaptable.